Good morning. I'm Natalie with KQNK. Today is Tuesday, April 9th. Currently with fair skies, it is 32 degrees. The humidity is 87%. The wind speed is calm. The barometric pressure is 30.10. The dew point is 28 degrees. It's 8:04 and time for Kansas News.
Kansas Information Network News, I'm Jen Austin. A man has died from his injuries in a Kansas City shooting. Brandon Dixon has more.
26-year-old Austin Davis was hurt Friday in a shooting at Gregory and Prospect. Police say the incident happened outside a business and Davis suffered life-threatening injuries. He later died at the hospital. A person of interest was detained at the scene, and while no charges have been filed yet, detectives will present their findings to prosecutors for potential charges. I'm Brandon Dixon.
Police in Lawrence are investigating after 3 city leaders received disturbing notices on their front porches last week. Vice Mayor Mike Deaver and Commissioners Brad Finkeldye and Lisa Larson each received a paper bag with a brick and a note inside using harsh language to ask the 3 not to destroy homeless camps. The Hutchinson Post said investigators identified a person of interest, interviewed the person, and issued him a trespass warning for all city commissioners' homes. The mayor also issued a statement saying there are better ways to handle disagreements. This is Kansas Information Network News.
Hey, can you hand me that 11/16?
Here you go.
Thanks.
So, you still loving your new garage?
Yep. Building it with QSI was the best decision.
QSI, huh?
QSI got the job done fast and right, and I was able to set it up just like I always wanted. Jess even told her sister she's throwing a one-person parade since I'm not underfoot anymore.
Let QSI turn your dream shop into reality. Visit QualityStructures.com today.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the
Good morning. I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQNK News. Brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment and the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks have announced the beginning of the harmful algae bloom season. The water recreation season in Kansas officially runs from April 1st to October 31st, as do the harmful algae blooms response program's active operations. And they warn Kansans that they should remain extra vigilant while engaging in activities taking place in or on the water, such as swimming, boating, and fishing. A harmful algae bloom may look like foam, scum, or paint floating on the water and may be colored blue, bright green, brown, or red. Blooms can develop rapidly, so the water appears suspicious, or if there's decaying algae on the shore, avoid contact and keep dogs away, as these toxins can be absorbed by ingestion, inhalation of aerosols, and even skin contact. Symptoms vary depending upon the type of exposure, whether it's direct contact, ingestion, or inhalation, but it can include rash, vomiting, diarrhea, fever, sore throat, and headache. If you or your pets come into contact with algae, rinse the area with clean, fresh water, and suspected harmful algae bloom-related health incidents, whether human or animal, regardless of the season, should be reported as soon as possible at kdhe.ks.gov/1163. Kansas recognizes 3 advisory levels. A hazard status indicates that a harmful algae bloom is present and extreme conditions exist. A warning status indicates that conditions are unsafe for human and pet exposure, and contact with the water body should be avoided. And a watch status means that blue-green algae has been detected and a harmful algae bloom is present or likely to develop. People are encouraged to avoid areas of algae accumulation and to keep their pets and livestock away from the water. For information on blue-green algae and reporting potential harmful algae blooms, you can visit kdhe.ks.gov/HAB and view their interactive story and informative video. Members of the Kansas House declared support for a resolution calling on Congress to force federal transportation safety officials to require installation in all new motor vehicles a device capable of capturing AM broadcast stations. The House voted 109 to 14 for House Concurrent Resolution 5026, which called upon the Kansas congressional delegation and leaders of the U.S. House and U.S. Senate to use their political leverage to intervene in the manufacturing of cars and trucks for the domestic market. The non-binding resolution emphasized the importance of AM radio and support of a congressional effort to pass a law requiring the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to issue a rule declaring AM radio standard in new vehicles. Representative Bim Riley of Wellington said the resolution was unlikely to sway Congress, but it was important to register a rule opinion on the subject. In mid-March, the House Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee conducted a hearing on the resolution, and the measure was endorsed by Representative Ken Rogers, an agri-Republican and chairman of the committee, as well as the Kansas Association of Broadcasters, or KASB. With KASB President Allison Mazzi saying AM reception in vehicles is important for emergency preparedness, support of agricultural industry, and to meet general information needs of rural communities. Fort Hays State University will recognize approximately 1,666 graduates during its spring commencement ceremonies on Friday and Saturday, May 10th and 11th. Graduates who have chosen to participate in person will be honored in 2 ceremonies on Friday and 2 ceremonies on Saturday at Gross Memorial Coliseum, and all graduates will be recognized in 2 virtual ceremonies on Saturday afternoon. The ceremonies will begin on Friday for undergraduate, master's, and Ed.S. candidates in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences at 8:30 a.m., followed by the College of Health and Behavioral Sciences at 11 a.m. Saturday's ceremonies will begin for undergraduate, master's, and Ed.S. candidates in the Robbins College of Business and Entrepreneurship and Worth College of Science, Technology, and Mathematics at 8:30 a.m., followed by the College of Education at 11 a.m. Saturday's virtual ceremonies will begin at 2 p.m. for graduate-level students, and the undergraduate virtual ceremony will follow at 4 p.m. All ceremonies, in person and virtual, will be broadcast on Central Time and will be located on the Tiger Media Network and can be accessed through the Fort Hays State University Facebook page. However, an individual is not required to sign up for a Facebook account to view the ceremonies. The commencement schedule, maps, directions, and general information can be found at fhsu.edu/commencement. In Nebraska news, a Lincoln woman who has been accused of helping a 26-year-old man enroll in high school has pled not guilty. 23-year-old Angela Navarro entered the plea in a document filed in court on Wednesday, and on Friday she paid a $450 bail to be released from jail. Police said Navarro posed as the mother of Zachary Skeech, who's now 27, who in turn posed as a high schooler. According to court documents, he attended Lincoln Northwest and Lincoln Southeast high schools in 2023, pretending to be a teenager named Zach Hess, and during that time, he committed multiple sex crimes against female students. He faces 9 felony charges that include sex trafficking of a minor, first-degree sexual assault of a child, generation of child pornography, and 5 counts of child enticement with an electronic communication device. Skeech was arrested in July and has pled not guilty. Court documents allege that Navarro used the synonym Danielle Hess and helped Skeech register for classes. She's charged with criminal impersonation, and her next court date has not been set. Skeech is being held in the Lancaster County Jail on a $500,000 bond, and his next court appearance is scheduled for May 16th. A Grand Island woman is behind bars after police say she planned to kill people at a pharmacy. Workers at the 4th Street USAFE Pharmacy in Grand Island told police that Hodan Farah called on Friday afternoon and told a worker that she planned to choke her until she dies. And a suicide hotline also notified police that it received a call about Farah being homicidal and suicidal. A news release said Farah arrived at the pharmacy at around 5:35, exited her vehicle with a knife in her hand, and attempted to enter the pharmacy. However, officers had locked the doors for safety. Police said Farah refused to drop the knife and got back into her car, so officers had to break the driver's window and remove her from the vehicle, and officers then arrested her. Farah faces 12 charges, including 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and terroristic threats. Lincoln police reported that a man was arrested Saturday after threatening a tow truck driver in northwest Lincoln. saying that at around 3 p.m. on Saturday, 49-year-old Demond Flowers approached a tow truck driver who was trying to repossess his vehicle near Northwest 6th and Sally Streets. Flowers then pointed a gun at the tow truck driver, and the tow truck driver left the area and called 911. Officers found Flowers at his home and arrested him on suspicion of terroristic threats and using a firearm to commit a felony. And Lincoln police reported that a 9mm handgun was also recovered. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
The theme for National Library Week 2024, Ready, Set, Library, promotes the idea that in our always online world, libraries give us a green light to something truly special, a place to connect with others, learn new skills, and focus on what matters most. No matter where you find yourself on the roadmap through life's journey, preparing for a new career, launching a business, or raising a family, your library provides an inclusive and supportive community where everyone belongs. Get ready to explore, become inspired, and connect with your library this National Library Week. Libraries are there for you all the way to the finish line. National Library Week 2024 will be celebrated Sunday, April 7th through Saturday, April 13th. For more information, you can contact your Norton Public Library at 785-877-2481. National sorghum producers will now accept entries for the 2024 National Sorghum Yield Contest, with state and national winners selected from contestants split into East and West regions for the irrigated dryland no-till and dryland tillage divisions, and one overall winner is selected for food grade. The entry deadline for the 2024 National Sorghum Yield Contest is November 26, 2024. A complete field of 10 or more continuous acres planted in the sorghum seed variety named on the entry form will be designated as the contest field. The National Sorghum Producers reminds growers that contestants are no longer required to wait 10 days after entering the contest to harvest, and contestants must harvest and report at least 1.5 continuous acres. Harvest reports will be made available to entered contestants beginning May 1st, 2024, and all completed forms must be received at the National Sorghum Producers Office no later than December 3rd, 2024. The goal of the National Sorghum Yield Contest is to increase grower yields, transfer knowledge between growers to enhance management, and identify sorghum producers who excel in each state and throughout the country. To find the entry form, the 2024 Yield Contest rules, and more information, interested growers can visit sorghumgrowers.com/yield contest or yieldcontest@sorghumgrowers.com. According to the unofficial minutes of the Norton County Board of Commissioners meeting that was held on Friday, March 29th, Commissioner Garrett Beidler called the meeting of the Norton County Board of Commissioners to order at 9 a.m. in the Commission Room, and in attendance were Richard Thompson, Garrett Beidler, and Marvin Matchett. The March 2024 vouchers and payroll were submitted to the Commission and County Attorney for signature and approval, and upon review, the vouchers and payroll were approved as submitted. Terry Laughlin with the Norton County Road Department presented information to the Commission on the John Deere test and demo of a new grader. A discussion was then held on the pros and cons of the John Deere and CAT machines. A discussion was held on a claim from McClaymont Law Office representing Steve Persinger for damage to a well. After discussion, a motion was made by Commissioner Matchett to pay the claim with no acknowledgement or admitting of liability, along with notice of final payment. The motion was given a second from Commissioner Thompson, and the motion passed. A motion was made by Commissioner Matchett to approve the March 25th, 2024 minutes with the second from Commissioner Thompson, and the motion passed. Tax Abatement 2024-42 was presented to the Commission for approval. The abatement was issued for property that was sold, however, it was not reported. The abatement was approved and signed in the amount of $303.80. The meeting was then adjourned until April 8, 2024. Your menu today for Eisenhower Elementary School. For lunch, you'll have ham and cheese, homemade bun, creamy coleslaw, pork and beans, pears, and milk. For Norton Community High School and Junior High, your lunch today will be chili Frito, fruit and milk. And for Northern Valley schools, your lunch today will be Frito pie, salad, vegetable, and fruit. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today, it should be sunny with a high near 67 and a northwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, it should be mostly clear with a low around 38 and a south wind around 5 miles per hour, becoming west after midnight. On Wednesday, there's a 20% chance of showers after 1 p.m. It should be sunny with a high near 68 and breezy on Wednesday with a north wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon, and the winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. And on Wednesday night, it should be mostly clear with a low around 36 and breezy with wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. I'll be back with the rest of your forecast in just a moment.
When you've got bugs, we know what a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continue with your weather forecast. On Thursday, it should be sunny with a high near 63 and breezy with wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. On Friday, sunny with a high near 74. On Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 85. On Sunday, sunny with a high near 85. And on Monday, there's a 20% chance of showers. Otherwise, it should be sunny with a high near 82 and breezy. Currently, with fair skies, it is 34 degrees. The humidity is 93%, the wind speed is calm, the barometric pressure is 30.10, and the dew point is 32 degrees. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:22.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the enhanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Your Kansas Sports Report is being brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Create new memories on your adventures with Visa, CU Money, reloadable prepaid cards at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. When you're ready for your next adventure, keep it going smoothly with our convenient app to manage your money wherever you are. CU Money cards are compatible with mobile wallets, secure and funds are quick and simple to access. Get your Visa CU Money reloadable prepaid card today at United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
KIN Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuy. The Royals had a day off yesterday after a 4-game sweep over divisional opponent, the Chicago White Sox, and it was all about dominant pitching in that series. And it all began with the starter. Seth Lugo went 6 2/3 innings, giving up 8 hits, 1 run while striking out 3 on Thursday. Then Brady Singer went 6 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 earned run while striking out 4 on Friday. Michael Wacha dominated over 7 innings, scattering 2 hits, no runs while striking out 8. And on Sunday, Alec Marsh battled through 4 2/3 innings, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs while striking out 3. After giving up 16 runs over 15 in the third innings through the first 6 games, the bullpen was in shutdown mode over the 4-game set, not giving up any runs through 11 in the third innings. On the hitting side, they slugged 32 hits with 16 RBIs, including MJ Melendez, who had 5 hits and 3 2-run shots over the 4-game set. The Royals begin a 3-game series with the Houston Astros tonight at 6:40. Cole Reagans will pitch for Kansas City, and Christian Javier will pitch for the Astros. Kansas Information Network Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuy.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday, but sometimes we don't see what's right in front of us. Victory over cancer is in front of us. Right now, cancer research is saving lives. Cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to new discoveries and new treatments, and ultimately, one day, victory over cancer. Right now, 1 out of every 2 men and 1 out of every 3 women will get cancer in their lifetime. Now is your moment. You may save someone you love. The V Foundation has the skill, the speed, and the strength to achieve victory over cancer. Because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Norton County Hospital and Medical Clinic offers many services to cater to the healthcare needs of our community. Whether seeking routine checkups, diagnostic tests, or specialized treatments, patients can rely on us to provide high-quality care tailored to their specific needs. Stay informed about the latest services, programs, and updates by following our Facebook page. We look forward to serving you and your family with excellence and compassion.
The good folks at Wendy's have a revolutionary new product for you. Introducing the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. It's like a time machine that takes you all the way back to now, the year 2024. It's the classic creamy, orangey flavor you remember. Dare I say, it's new-timey. It's the flavor you grew up with, just all grown up. Head over to your local Wendy's establishment and get yours while supplies last. The new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. Here for the now, for now.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's.
Kansas Agriculture Network Markets.
Good day, I'm Slade Wiley. Right now, let's get a check of the weather.
This morning, we have some high-level clouds over eastern Kansas, which will keep temperatures a bit warmer this morning. Low pressure now digging into the southern plains, which will up the threat of severe weather over the Gulf Coast region. We have another low spinning to the north of us and moving into the Great Lakes. At the same time, a ridge of high pressure is moving into the western U.S. Temperatures running close to normal today and tomorrow. A frontal boundary pushes through on Thursday, bringing in cooler air. And then this weekend, the ridge of high pressure settling into the central part of the country will warm us into the 80s for the high. Today in northwestern Kansas, fairly cool, mostly sunny with a high in the mid-60s. Partly cloudy and upper 60s in north central Kansas today. In northeastern Kansas, mostly sunny with a high in the upper 60s. Partly cloudy in southwestern Kansas with today's high in the mid-60s and a gusty northeast wind. Variable clouds and upper 60s in south central Kansas. A chance of showers developing this evening. And a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm today in southeastern Kansas with a high close to 70 degrees. I'm meteorologist Ann Holliday.
Thank you for that check of the weather. Now, live cattle futures were able to close in positive territory on Monday as the heavy liquidation may have ran its course. The discount to cash and the huge jump in boxed beef prices may provide support. Hogs closed in positive territory with new highs in most months and new contract highs in some months. As far as the grains are concerned, corn futures are trading lower this morning after posting a slightly higher close on Monday. Soybeans are lower again this morning after posting slightly lower closes on Monday. Now, wheat futures are lower this morning as well after Monday's mixed session in which Kansas City wheat and Minneapolis wheat posted small gains. But Chicago endured a late sell-off to close the session slightly lower. You're listening to the Kansas Agriculture Network.